You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, now we're here from Drakewing Gaming and somebody on Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you on a Let's Play episode of Santa Lucia, Nate's Path. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm Cheney, we're up and let's go! I slowly make my way through the required reading for Fresh Sim tomorrow. Ugh, the essay I have to write on it is a doozy. The old English used here is so obtuse and flowery, it's hard for me to even figure out what's being said. Good thing I have my favorite streamer on the screen in my periphery to keep me sane. My ears twitch when the generally unpleasant sound of my phone ringtone reaches them. I quickly reach over and check to see who's calling. Eh? That's certainly unexpected. Hello? Ben! Hi, it's your mentor, Chris! I have to move the phone away slightly from my ear in response. Oh, hey, Chris, what's up? I notice I'm unconsciously fidgeting my foot now. It's not that I don't like him, it's just... I'm kind of in the middle of something, you know? Nothing much. Just wanted to check in on you and see how you're doing. I roll my eyes and do my best not to get cross with him. Yeah, I'm doing fine enough. Just working on that essay for Fresh Sim. That's good. And also, his voice gets quieter for some reason. That's not quite what I meant. What do you mean, then? Well, you see, mentors are expected to check in periodically with each of their mentees to make sure they're staying on track with their academics. I'm telling you I'm on top of things, though. Gah! I can practically see his expression from here. Unfortunately, I need to do the evaluations in person. I'm sorry to spring this on you at the last minute, Ben. I totally forgot I had to do them, and the write-ups are due tomorrow. Are you serious right now? Yes. Do you think you could meet me at the St. Street Cafe in about half an hour? My break's coming up, so I should be able to fit in a meeting then. I gently place the book on my bed and take a deep breath before I go apeshit on Chris. Ben? You still there? Yeah, I'll be there. I suppose I could use a breather from this dense marble wall of an article. Not a bad idea. Thank you for agreeing for this, Ben. I have to go. My boss is looking at me funny now. Right, okay. Wouldn't want to be a lazy ass, would you? You don't think I'm lazy, do you? That was a joke, Chris. Get back to work, dude. Oh, sorry. I'll see you soon, then. See you soon. And with that, I tap the hang up button and place the phone on my desk. This was definitely short notice. My mind wanders back to yesterday at the park, and my various conversations I've had with Russell this week. I'm starting to think Chris might actually need the help when it comes to this mentorship thing. It'd be nice to get Russell and Chris to reconcile. Like paying forward what Zach did for me and Russell. Maybe I could use this meeting with Chris to my advantage. I close the lid of my laptop and slip out of my pajamas. I wasn't planning on leaving the room this early, but plans do change. After putting on some comfortable street clothes, I pack up whatever things I might need for this meeting and head out the door. I finish up the last bite of my turkey avocado sandwich as I sit across from the Aussie, awkwardly taking notes on what I say. Water time. I'm glad to hear you're finally enjoying our lab sessions. That's an interesting outfit he's wearing. Why don't you tell me more about your other classes? Well, what about them? I'm taking world literature, drawing, and journalism. Let's start with the world literature. Oh, I know I had that fun in that class when I took it. I shrug my shoulders. It's alright, I guess. I think I'm getting a high B or a low A in it. Helps that I'm taking the class with Nate. And that the professor is hot. That's why the orientation teams try their hardest to make sure students end up in the same classes as others in the mentorship group. It helps student retention when they already know someone before things even start. That makes sense. I'm taking drawing with Carlos and journalism with Brian, so I'd say I did a good job, all things considered. Only one thing I don't have class with is Karina, funny enough. Besides Fresh Sim, of course. That's too bad. I wonder if she has class with any of the others. I continue on describing how I'm doing in the rest of my classes. I'm not sure what exactly he's evaluating, but if it helps him not get fired, then I'll do my part. Eventually we reach a natural lull in the meeting, presumably because Chris ran out of the questions he needed to ask. He mutters something under his breath as he writes away in his handy little notepad. Got everything you need? Yes, there should be plenty. Thank you for doing this on such short notice, Ben. Have you been able to meet with anyone else yet? Just Carlos so far. I ran into him in the hall this morning, so that was convenient. As for the others, well, I'm gonna have to try and cram them in later this afternoon. Good luck with that, dude. I take a sip of my soda. I've got nothing better to do right now besides that assignment for Fresh Sim. I think I'm down with procrastinating a bit more on it. How much longer is your break? About 15 minutes more. Why? I lean back in my chair and smile. We can just hang out if you'd like. Really? You want to hang out with me? He gets really excited at the prospect for some reason. Sure, why not? Wouldn't hurt to get to know you better. And this time we're not running a marathon. That's true. I take a moment to think about how to broach the topic I want to talk about. So, was a big surprise to see you at Zach's party Wednesday. It wasn't too weird, was it? Just a little after that speech you gave about boundaries or some shit earlier that day. Right. Yeah. It was Shay's idea. She wanted to make sure Zach wasn't spending his birthday alone. It's very sweet of her. Too bad I don't think she's aware of how uncomfortable Zach is around Chris. Second, y'all. Water time. Alright, y'all, and we are back. Let's go ahead and jump back in, shall we? Speaking of, I've never really figured out why that's the case. The enigma that is Zachariah Harris will never cease to amaze me. Wasn't too awkward being around Russell again? Oh, we didn't say a word to each other that night. At least not in private. Are you serious? I shake my head in disappointment. I get Russell being too proud for that, but you? It's not that simple, Ben. Those pictures I took. Yeah, they ruined his life. But he's still here despite everything, is he not? Look, I'm not going to be a hypocrite this time and guilt you into talking to him. Hell, I was basically pushed into it myself by Zach. But it really helped clear the air between me and him. Things might be a little more complicated than everyone thinks, is all I'm saying. Just give him a chance to tell his side of the story sometime, okay? Yeah, you're probably right. But I can't do it. Eh? He hates me. I'm sure he does. It's all because I was taking pictures for the yearbook. Yeah, it really sounds like he doesn't believe the rumors either. Still, why is he going along with it for as long as he has? You're probably just psyching yourself out, man. I'll think about it. My job could be on the line, you know? That's what's got him worried, being associated with Russell? Not the freshman he's dating under the table? Man, speaking of the enigmatic brains of USL. Fair enough, I guess. Yeah, right, like I'm gonna let this slide. I think I understand why Zach didn't tell me Russell would be at his party now. Sometimes you just need to give someone a little push. Or a swift kick in the ass. Say, I should probably get going. I've got that assignment for Fresh Sim I still need to work on. Oh, you need any help with that, let me know. I'd be more than happy to. Heh, took the bait just like a chump. I love how predictable Chris can be. Really? Awesome, great to hear. I'm gonna try to be done with everything by around 7 tonight. Would you mind coming by my room to look it over then? Sure. I should be doing all these evaluations around that time, too. Perfect. Sounds like a date, then. A date? I smirk while packing up my things and slipping my backpack over my shoulders. It's a figure of speech, dude. Oh. I'll catch you later, then. I wave goodbye to the Aussie as I suddenly give him a sign. His boss is staring at him. Goodbye, Ben. Well, that went better than I expected. I've got one half of the equation solved. I'll just need to set up the other. Once I'm confident I'm out of earshot of the cafe, I pull out my phone and call a certain lion. Sup, dude? Hey, Russell. Sorry if I'm interrupting anything. Nah, don't worry about it. If it's a choice between the fat top... If it's a choice between my fat top and talking to my kuhai, I'll take my kuhai any day. Ew, that's gross, man. Everyone masturbates, kid. Like you don't do it too. My cheeks flare up at his insinuation. What? Masturbation? Well, I never. Guess I'm getting a bit more than I bargained for on this one. So, what's up? I was just calling to see if you'd be down to help me out with the Fresh Sim assignment tonight. This old English is really kicking my ass. Hell yeah, I can. I'm down to hang out whenever. What time? I should be done with my first draft around 7 or so. Think you can be there? Of course. Looking forward to it. Great. I'll talk to you later then. See you, dude. And with that, all the pieces fall into place. I wonder if this is how it felt like for Zach. Well, all that's left for me to do is to work on that assignment. I'll just have to take one for the team. Nobody ever said being a good friend was easy. I figure getting them to meet in a private, neutral place is a good idea. My room's about as private as you can get when it comes to this campus. Plus, it's not invading either of their spaces for anything. It's pretty late now, almost 7 p.m. As expected, Zach's nowhere to be seen. Well, maybe expected isn't the right way to put it. More like I was counting on that to happen. Fortunately, my instincts on it proved to be true. I had my word processor open on my laptop with the finished draft of my essay. Maybe it wouldn't be such a bad idea to actually have them proofread it. I look over at the clock impatiently. Russell should be giving me a call any minute now. I'm caught off guard by a knock on the door. I guess Chris decided to show up early. Without wasting a second, I get up to unlock it. What's up? To my surprise, it's actually Russell standing in the entryway. Russell? I thought I was going to have to let you into the building. Nah, getting in was easy. All I had to do was follow behind another freshman, and they let me in, no questions asked. That's reassuring. Good to know people are so trusting when there's a serial killer on the loose. Ah, Zach's not around? Nope, haven't seen him since this morning. Off doing his own thing again? I nod my head. What else is new? I'm sure he'll show up eventually. He fully steps into the room and closes the door behind him. So anyway, how's it going? I'm doing good. Just finished the essay not long before you showed up. Did you really invite me here just to look it over? My heart almost skips a beat. I mean... Ha! I knew it! Couldn't get enough of me yesterday, huh? Needed some more Russell time? Well, I'm more than happy and entertained for the evening. Got any multiplayer video games on that thing? He points at my laptop. What is this then? He pulls up Zach's chair next to mine and sits down. Got anything you want to watch? We could use my subscription or something. I can even just buy it if it's not on the service. Wow, okay, one thing at a time, dude. Sorry. I guess I'm just excited we're hanging out again. I'm glad to hear that. Uh-oh. My ears perk up when I hear another knock at the door. That must be Chris. Oh, boy. Is Zach back? Probably not. Let me get the door. Okay, here goes nothing. Yep. Alright, I'm going to pause it right there, y'all. Perfect timing, actually. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon, YouTube memberships if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!